I'm not releasing a new perfect pick this week, sorry guys, but I definitely want to feature this one called If You're Reading This. I'll never forget the student who came into the library clutching this book and saying, "Mrs. Connell, this is the best book I ever read." I even think she kind of slammed it down on the counter. If You're Reading This is the story of 15-year-old Mike Wilson, whose father died in Afghanistan in 2005. However, in 2012, 7 years later, Mike receives a letter from his dead father. How can this be? Who's sending them? It's the first of many letters, and that mystery is intertwined with the story of Mike's overworked and overprotective mother, his desire to play football, and basically just being a normal teenager. This perfect pick was one of our top books last year, and it's an everybody book I know you'll enjoy. If you've been tuning in regularly, you may have noticed that each week I try to feature a series. This week I'd like to put the spotlight on the Cryptid Files. The Loch Ness Monster is the first book in the series. Cryptids are mysterious animals such as Bigfoot, like Chupacabra, Pacific giants, or in this case, Nessie. This series focuses on the main character, Vanessa, that's not the monster, that's a girl, whose mother was the scientist who died while researching cryptids. Vanessa decides to read her mother's old case files about the Loch Ness Monster, and then her adventures begin. This is a great series if you like adventure and are also interested in learning about famous mysterious creatures. Alrighty, the book fair is coming on Monday, and these are my last 3 previews for the book fair. Look, over my head, it's a preview. I don't have the books yet. They're going to be in the book fair next week. So here goes with The Darkest Hour. Lucy is a 16-year-old spy. After her brother was killed by the Nazis, boo, she joined Covert Ops, a secret group of teenage girls. Their mission is simple: gather intelligence and eliminate Nazi targets. With a limited number of deadly weapons at her disposal and the enemy always close, chances for success seem impossible. Now that she has learned about Zerfall, a deadly and sinister plan to poison and kill innocents in Western Europe, boo, Lucy and her band of sisters use their wit and wiles to outsmart the Nazis. But how many will die before their mission is complete? Okay, I admit it. I think I saved the best 2 previews for the last. The first is called Shadow House. When Poppy looks in a mirror, she sees a dead girl standing behind her, but no one in her group home believes her. After finding a hidden letter in the office, Poppy learns that an aunt asked her to come and live on a big estate. Obviously, the group home's director doesn't want the orphans to discover they might have families. When Poppy runs away, headed for the estate, she meets 4 other kids who have received similar messages. They believe that the estate is haunted, especially when they meet evil, masked children who want to change places with them. This sounds like another great book by Dan Poblocki, who brought us The Ghost of Greylock, The Haunting of Gabriel Ash, and The Book of Bad Things. You will find it on the book fair next week. Last but definitely not least is Blood Will Tell. In another terrifying installment of April Henry's Point Last Seen series, we follow Portland's search and rescue team while they look for lost girls and discover dead ones. Nick Walker, teen volunteer, becomes a suspect when confusing evidence ties him to a murder scene. Nick claims he's innocent, but the police don't believe him. Fellow volunteers Alexis Frost and Ruby McClure risk their lives to clear Nick's name and find the real killer in a story that will keep your heart racing from the opening scene to the jaw-dropping conclusion. April Henry is the terrific author who brought us Girl Stolen, The Night She Disappeared, and The Body in the Woods. You can bet we'll be getting Blood Will Tell for our library collection. Don't forget, it will be featured in the book fair next week, starting at 8 a.m. on Monday morning. Just after 12-year-old Emily and her family moved to San Francisco, she teams up with her new friend James to follow clues in an odd book that they find, hoping to figure out its secrets before the man who attacked Emily's hero, publisher Garrison Griswold, solves the mystery before they do, or comes after James and Emily to harm them. 12-year-old Nick loves soccer and hates books, but he soon learns the power of words as he wrestles with problems at home, stands up to a bully, and tries to impress the girl of his dreams. If you enjoyed the crossover, then I think you'll probably want to take a look at Booked. Be sure to reserve your copy today. Jake Semple is a scary kid. Word has it that he burned down his old school and then was kicked out of every other school in his home state. Now there's only one place left that will take him in, a homeschool run by the strangest family you've ever met, the Applewhites. This is a very funny and unpredictable story that will leave you laughing and very entertained. It also happens to be one of Mrs. Rowe's favorites, so you don't have to take my word for it. Just ask her. When her grandmother and guardian suffers a stroke, 12-year-old Poppy Parker's life begins to turn upside down when she's placed in a children's home. As if that wasn't bad enough, after she witnesses a murder, she has to go into a witness protection program. She also falls in love with a German Shepherd shelter dog with a troubled past and takes it upon herself to retrain him so that he won't have to be put to sleep. Even though I have a strict policy about not reading books with a dog on the cover, I feel that it's okay to recommend this one to you. There are ghosts at Bird Lake, and they're haunting Mitch Sinclair and Spencer Stone. Not the Halloween kind of ghosts, but ghosts of the past, memories of how life was before the divorce, before the accident that happened to Spencer's little brother. Can their ghosts bring Mitch and Spencer together as friends, or will their secrets keep them apart? Either way, it's a summer that neither Mitch nor Spencer will ever forget. 13-year-old fraternal twins Dallas and Florida have grown up in a terrible orphanage, but their lives changed forever when an eccentric but sweet older couple invites them each on an adventure, beginning in an almost magical place called Ruby Holler. Okay, it's time to wrap up with the play-by-play on the top 16 board this past week. Astonishingly, there has been no change in the positions of the first 5 books. Drama, Sister, Smile, Cardboard, and Wonder are still in the same places but getting checked out every week. Girl Stolen is up 3. The Maze Runner is up 1. Fort Stall is down 2. The Night She Disappeared is down 2. No change in The Night Gardener, Dirty Little Secrets, or All the Lovely Bad Ones. House of Dark Shadows is moved back up 1. Life as We Knew It is down 1. The Guinness Book of World Records is down 1. And The Raft has floated in and is on the board at number 15. Do not miss this book. You will never look at a bag of Skittles the same way again. It's awesome. Hey, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thank your teacher if she showed you the video. And I will see you at the book fair next week. Bye-bye. Don't forget to be awesome.